I know I've been gone for a minute. Welcome to another episode of No Capp Reacts. I'm your man Bailey, a.k.a. Mr. Go. Get him! And we are back with another episode of The Conversation. Tonight, I don't know if this motherfucker might be considered a special guest. For those of you that know, this bitch started 7 years. What's today's date? Today is the 20th. 7 years and 18 days ago. 7 years and 18 motherfucking days is when this channel started. And this motherfucker is one of the originators.
Yep.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
And let them know who you are.
Yo, it's your boy Keith, a.k.a. Carmine Keith. Back again where it all started, like you said, 7 years ago.
What you been up to, man?
Grinding, man. Newly a father, working, running a business, and just, trying to love my family and get closer to God. That's it.
I understand that. Welcome to fatherhood.
Man, appreciate you.
See, now you know how I feel.
Yep.
Yeah, and it just began. It just begins. It gets crazy. But it's the most beautiful thing that is going to happen to you in life.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
The epitome of what legacy for you starts now. All right. So we're going to have to do this a way different. Because it's a whole totally different crowd today. Where the fuck you from?
So, where am I from?
Where you from?
So, originally born in Arizona, left before I was even one, maybe like 9, 10 months. Grew up in Florida, moved back to Arizona, 8th grade, been here ever since. So, Florida, I like to say I grew up in Florida, I became a man in Arizona. It's kind of how I like to put it. So.
All right. What was it like growing up in Florida? What was it like as a kid in Florida, shall I say?
Man, it was dope. It was fun. Florida's definitely a different type of place, but it was a cool childhood. Running the streets, Pop Warner football, all the regular stuff. So it was cool. It was cool.
All right, then you brought your ass back to Arizona.
Yes.
Okay, what was it like, especially 8th grade? That's middle school. What's
Well,
middle school?
in the 7th grade, I did like 2 or 3 weeks of 7th grade. Still had to go to school even though I had basically completed 7th grade. But yeah, in the 7th grade going into 8th grade. But it was different because Florida, the school system is a lot different. Out there, you go to elementary school, which is, K through 5th grade, and then you hit middle school out there. So you got 6th through 8th grade is damn near like high school. You got lockers, you changing periods, you walking around. You got a lot more freedom out there than came to a school out here. And it's like you got the same classes. People walk you to your other little periods. And then Arizona just so behind on the academics. So it was definitely different. So adapting to that and then also, adapting to moving out here and living with my father who I had met one time before that. You know what I'm saying? So a mix of everything. It was crazy. A lot slower pace and everything was different though. So.
All right, so here you are today. What was high school like for you? In Phoenix, Arizona.
High school was cool. I went to Dysart High School. So at the time, you know, all my other siblings or older siblings, you know, grew up on the south side. But Pops, you know, had got his little paperwork together, got on some Section 8, and got a newer house over in El Mirage. So the school I went to was Dysart. And it was chill. It was dope. And I had a lot of siblings, a big family that I found out that I had when I moved from Florida here. So I had older brothers who had already went to the school, older sisters. So I feel like high school was a super easy experience for me because I had a lot of siblings who were popular in school, and it just made it kind of fun. And then, you know, I came to my own because I was one of the youngest, you know, my senior year, but it was dope.
All right. Did you go to college?
Fuck no. Fuck no. I went to college for a tad bit in high school. I got accepted to something that was called the ACE Plus program, where you took college classes. So there was like 2 days a week where I would go down to Australia Community College, was like my base college, and I would take classes there. So by the time I graduated high school, I was supposed to have an associate's degree. But there's a bunch of metrics. You got to keep your grades up. You can't miss too many classes or they kick you out of the program. And I lasted a semester, and I was out of there. So I got a couple credits at Australia, maybe somewhere.
So I met your ass, what, 8 years ago?
Longer,
it's
maybe.
like 9.
If we started the pod 7 years ago, I would say maybe closer to 9. Because we were
9
probably
to 10
working together
years
at
ago.
least a year already by that point.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah.
Easy a year.
Yeah. So
All right, so basically we've been locked in for basically 10 years.
damn near a decade for sure.
All right, so a decade in, I meet your ass. You was heavy in the streets, but not like in the streets.
Yeah.
You was networking,
Yo.
clubbing,
Yo.
partying,
Yeah.
fucking,
Something like that.
chilling, and getting your hands in anything that you could because you was doing everything you could to be the next millionaire.
Man, hustling.
Within
for sure.
6 months.
For sure.
In that process, I watched you grow, go through a whole lot of different versions of who you are to get to where you're at today. In that process, you started doing something. So I had a clothing line.
Yo. Hustle fit.
You have always been into clothes, streetwear, old school shit, shoes, etc.
Mm-hmm.
So tell the world what it is that you actually do.
So now, officially, and you know, even what I do now has blossomed from when I first started it, but officially now, I basically wholesale vintage clothing, mainly here and in California, but other places across the U.S. too. There's people who buy. But yeah, just wholesaling vintage clothing for the most part.
And how's that been going for you?
Man, it's been good. I'm blessed. For sure I'm blessed. And it's kind of crazy how it came about. It started off super part-time. You know, when I started doing the clothing, I had like 6 different things going. You know what I mean? And a lot of those fell off for one reason or another, and this one took off at the same time. So it's been good though. A lot of ups, a lot of downs, but I'm blessed to say I haven't worked a job since 2020. So going on 5 years of working for myself, which is something I'm proud of and I think about all the time. You know what I mean? Because it's stuff that I definitely dreamed of and thought about. And you know, the goal for me always was never really $1 million because it didn't seem super attainable to me because I never really knew any millionaires, but you know, I knew people who made 100,000. And back then, you know, 2015, 2016, 100,000, you know, you could live very comfortable. So my goal was always to make 100,000 a year before I was 30. And, you know, doing this business, I was able to reach that by 28. So.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
So now that you are officially your own boss,
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot different, huh?
Yeah, it is, for sure.
It's not what everybody thinks it is.
Not at all.
Okay.
Some of the perks you think about that you want if you do your business right, you do get. but there's a lot of things that you learn along the way, and there's a lot of things that you don't expect. And when you work for yourself, especially in a business, to where the more you work, the more you make, you're gonna work more than you ever did at any job. I work more hours now than I ever did, ever. So
Now, here's what I try to explain to people quite often. When you work for yourself, you put in far more hours, but when you look at the hours that you work, like you make more money if you work for somebody else.
you would make more money if you work for someone else?
Yeah. So, okay, think about all the hours that you work.
Yeah.
Okay. Compared to the hours that you work when you work for someone else. You got your hourly.
Yeah.
So let's just think about where we was at. Okay.
Right.
So you got your salary, you got benefits, you get insurance, you have 401k.
Right. Different perks for sure.
Correct. Now, in order for you to do that, not only do you have to work your ass off, but whatever you make, you have to pay for all of those things on your own out of pocket.
For sure. And that's something that if you not are super savvy to business or went to school for business or know someone who owns a business is not something you think about. But it's definitely something that you should think about for sure.
So a lot of people always say, "Oh, I want to have my own business. I want to have my own business," not understanding that at the end of the day, having your own business is a beautiful thing, but at the end of the day, having your own business is way more rewarding sometimes than it is gonna put money in your pocket.
For sure.
Because your first year of business, approximately how much you think you?
Man, my first year, I lost bread for sure. Not in the sense of like the business itself, but I came from a business where with base salary and commission, I was on pace to do about 80,000. And I might have did maybe 50 in the business. So in essence, to me, I always look at it and feel like I lost about, 20, 30,000 that first year. Because if I would have just stayed at my 9 to 5 on the pace that I was doing, I would have made more than I made that first year for sure.
So now in hindsight, you think you made the best decision?
100%. Because it depends on what your goals are. If your goal for the business is to make an extreme amount of money, depending on the business, you can do it. My goal was I always kind of been the type of person where I didn't like to ask for days off. I wanted to travel whenever I wanted. I wanted to make all the events. I have a lot of siblings, a lot of nieces and nephews, so I try to make everything. So my goal was always to be able to take off whenever I wanted, and doing my own business granted me that. So yes, I work a lot, but anytime I ever need to take a day off for anything or leave work early to make a game or a practice, I'm there, thankfully.
Yes.
So,
And then the only so that's the beautiful part about it. The bad part about it is when you take a day off, it ain't paid.
man, and I done had that a couple times during this business, and those are some of the hardest times. When COVID had hit, I had caught COVID, and this was early COVID where it was a 2-week turnaround where you had to sit down for 2 weeks. You know what I mean? And then obviously later on it went to a shorter time frame. They said that you can go back into it. But man, those were times where I was grinding, making money daily with the business, didn't have much money saved, and had to sit down for 14 days. And that really will show you, you kind of got to get your shit in order. And then even like with having the baby a couple weeks ago, I didn't work. That's the longest I didn't work for a while. We were in the hospital for a while and just recovering and everything. So it definitely, if you don't work, you don't eat. So it's definitely part of the business, though, for sure.
All right. So currently, will you still run under what, sole proprietorship?
Yes, still sole proprietor.
All right. So, at what point in time do you think you might move into where you scale?
For me personally, in the business I have now, I don't want to scale to where it's outside of that, or I have employees. I have other business ventures that will kind of tie into what I want to do, that maybe I would hire employees, but I would still probably want to 1099 contract them. So I don't know. I don't have plans for it. Not for this business per se.
All right. Vintage clothing. How the hell did you get into that?
Man, it kind of just happened by thrifting, and it didn't start off at vintage. It started off by me literally hitting a thrift store, maybe trying to find like shirts to hoop in or some cool gym shorts or a jacket or whatever. And I remember we were working together, and this is when the building was off of. Man, we was over there off the 17, and I used to just kind of in between lunch sometimes go and hit like a Savers or something. And I remember going and finding something that wasn't my size, but it being super dope. And I'm like, yo, I could probably sell this. And I had bought a Bape jacket in between lunch, and I don't know what's that chick's name.
You
It was
did.
like-
You came over there and you sold
It was like
on lunch.
it was like Nelly. I can't remember her name, but she was super into like fashion and
yeah,
stuff.
Nelly.
And the Bape jacket might have been 500, and she was actually looking for that color specific Bape jacket and had just bought one from a shop, but it wasn't the color she wanted. And I think I sold it to her for like $300 or something. I might have got it for like $15. So that kind of started it, and then there was like another piece that I had seen. So once it happened the second time, I was like, all right, I don't got a huge following on Instagram, but I got a following, you know, because we had the podcast going already. We had different stuff going. So I'm like, I got a following of people who, you know, the numbers don't look great as far as following, but they support whenever we threw something or had something. So I'm like, I'm going to just make another page, throw some clothes up on there, and if people want to shop, that's cool. So that's how it started, me literally just posting stuff on a brand new Instagram page, and people just buying off of it, like doing a story sale kind of, or, you know, posting to the wall and people DMing me, or, you know, once it got going, homies were calling me like, yo, I know you selling clothes now, like you got anything my size. So that's pretty much how it started.
In life,
Mm-hmm.
especially as men, we have to take chances on ourselves. Approximately how many chances do you think you took on yourself before it became successful?
This business in particular, or just
Yeah, how many other things did you do before this actually became what it is?
a bunch, bro? A bunch. You got to think when I started this part time, I was working at Cox. Like I said, on pace to make 80,000 in the department that I was in. We had the podcast going. We weren't monetized yet. We were getting a little bit of money. You know what I mean? Just small paid video stuff like that. We had the music agency. Remember with Naveen?
Yep.
So we had Control Music Agency. We were running around trying to get artists signed, doing shows. We had the podcast, the music agency. I had a job, invested in that scam ass restaurant with that fucking, you know the story.
Jupiter Rings?
Jupiter Rings. You know, invested into a restaurant. So I had a lot going. Everything failed. You know, obviously minus the job. So the job I could have stayed at, but I felt like it was time to leave. COVID had hit, and you know, it just got weird, and I felt like it was weighing on my mental and just like my work and my grind. So I kind of took the leap over into the clothes. So there's a lot, and there's probably 5 or 6 other things I could have thought about that I tried to do. You know, management, different stuff. So all the time.
So if somebody's watching this podcast right now and they think about basically taking the exact same route, what would you tell them?
Man, take a chance. And if you could, take a calculated risk. One thing I did that you know, kind of worked out and it was my path, but if you can run up some bread or have some savings before you take the chance, because I didn't have no money saved. You know, I kind of just went out on a whim and got to it, and I think it made me hustle harder, but I would say go for it. If you can, take a calculated risk and then rub elbows with someone who kind of does the same thing. Because I feel like my business grew when I started hanging around people who did the same thing or did it at a higher level. So if you can, you know, get around someone who kind of is in the field that you want and learn. Be a sponge.
If you could mentor somebody right now,
Mm-hmm.
what would be the first piece of advice you would give them?
Kind of just what I said, like, you know, get to it, learn your craft, learn your business more. And now it's super easy. You have YouTube, you have, you know, these forums, you have
Kick,
online.
Twitch,
right.
Twitter, X.
Literally. So I would say, you know, submerge yourself in whatever business or field you want to get in. Learn as much as you can about it and then hop in. Because you don't have to make the same mistakes people before you made. You know what I'm saying? Because there's going to be a pipeline. It's not like 20 or 30 years ago where a lot of businesses are gate kept. Everything's online now, whether it's, like you said, a pre-recorded video or live. People are literally just going live every day and showing you how they hustle or how they run their business. So I think it's easier now than ever to be an entrepreneur or start a business. So yeah.
You created a website yet?
Nah, I had started a site. I bought my domain. Kind of took the easier route and looked at it more logical. I could build a site on my own, which might save me some of the fees I pay on some of these other platforms. But those fees are kind of worth the network and the buyers that they have. So it's like, you have eBay, which has been around since late 90s, early 2000s, and they have millions of buyers. So it's like, yeah, I can build a website, make 100% of what I sell, obviously minus website fees, or I can just post on there and pay the 11%, that their app charges, but now I have access to there. So it was something I contemplated with and played around, and it kind of really didn't make sense, even more so now that I switched the business from like individual direct sales to like wholesale. So
Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years from now?
5 years, man, doing the same thing, maybe having another business. I think about it all the time. I'm kind of super stagnant compared to where I was in my mid-20s. I was hustling. Like you said, we was out all the time. Whether it was with the podcast or the music agency, we were networking, we were outside. And I felt like I was doing a lot, and I like the hustle. Now I'm putting a lot into one business, which is great. But I think maybe having another business that either complements this one or is just completely separate. But just having another business and growing this one to more than what it's at now.
So I'm gonna give you some advice. My advice is going to be the same thing. It's a rinse and repeat. So how hard we've worked to make our own individual situations successful.
For sure.
What people don't do is they don't do the rinse and repeat. The rinse and the repeat is you have to find another version of you. And you have to allow them to basically take over what you do now so that your business can continue to grow.
Right.
Right? While you go to your next venture. Because if you don't do that, what's going to happen is you start to spread yourself thin. I mean, I remember, especially when I first moved out here, where I wanted to flip homes, I wanted to do Airbnbs. I still had a fucking job. I started doing the photography, the videography. I was daily vlogging. I was personal training.
He was doing a lot. The clothing line.
I was doing so much shit. And I was like, everything was focused on so many different things while still like booking shows for major art. There was just so much shit that I was doing.
Right.
Before I kind of just said, honestly, I'm glad COVID happened to a point to where I could just be like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Clothing line, podcast, no more daily vlogs. Like, let's chill out and make the things that actually work really work and make money and do it on its own.
Yep.
And well, here I still am. The only though, you know what's crazy? I still haven't monetized, and I can monetize every last one of my platforms.
Yeah.
And the reason that I don't do it is because I don't need the money, but I don't want to do it. Once you put the money aspect in place, it becomes a job.
Yeah. And like you said, you kind of got to follow certain guidelines.
And I don't like to do that.
With certain apps, for sure.
I don't like to do that.
And it's like, I feel like this is a hobby or like a passion project for you. And it is dope to just be able to come in and do it. And I always said that. I always think about it all the time, just starting another podcast, and it'll happen eventually. And I'm just like, man, I want to do it when I'm ready and when I don't need the money and I have the free time to do it. And I can just make the content I want to make and put it out and not worry about it. And then I think it will obviously eventually monetize and make money because it's going to be dope content. But it won't even be the plan. And I think that's kind of how you built this channel. Cause we was putting out videos all the time. We were trying to, when we first started, we were doing like race to 1,000 subscribers. We were like literally trying to road run to getting monetized.
Yeah.
And then I think when we eased up on that and we honed in and we stopped trying
And we started having fun.
And you started doing the reactions, getting more into what you really liked, and went boom. You know what I mean? First viral video. We had some good videos, but like first really good viral video came from a reaction, and then you just kind of came to in your personality. And I think that's the best. Whenever you're not chasing the money and you're able to just do it the way you want to do it, it always turns out better.
And I think everybody's used to hearing me say it, but I say this all: the moment you stop chasing the money is the moment money starts coming to you.
Straight up.
Like, I've been so. It sucks to say it, but lackadaisical after I don't care about money no more. Now it's about just building great relationships and making sure that all the people that are around me are successful as fuck. Because at some point in time, I want to be able to call everybody up on the phone and say, hey, this is like the next move. You grab your 10, you grab your 10, you grab your 10. I got my piece. Let's all invest in this and make it happen, and then boom.
Right.
No bullshit. And we can all easily do it and feed our families off of it.
Right.
And there's no question about it.
Yeah, and it'll get there. I think, like you said, you've been hustling so long. We didn't rub shoulders with a lot of people. You know what I mean? A lot of people we did business with or were around back in the day had and have successful businesses. So it's like, that's the thing, man. It's like, grow your business, take care of your family, and then, pass it on to someone else if you can. You know what I mean? And it's not always necessarily just your family and kids. You know what I mean? Your kids are always going to be straight. Your family's going to be straight. But it's like, if you could pass it on to a homie, or, you know what I mean? Even just the game or an opportunity, it's a blessing for sure.
And being able to it's cool to put food on your table, but it's better when you put food on somebody else's table.
Man.
And that's where things come full circle. That's where I can say, as a man, as a business owner, as somebody, I'm in a fucking car business now.
Right.
For hella fucking employees and shit. It's like, it's a way different situation where you sit here and go like, Thanksgiving's about to come up. You're the reason that everybody gets to eat.
No, it's a great feeling. There ain't nothing like it.
So, as the business owner, now current business owner,
Mm-hmm.
thinking back, even when we was working for somebody else, looking at how a business is created and how you now have to run your business, what would you change about how you were when you were working for somebody else?
Nothing. I think, and I tell people that all the time, and there's a lot of the business I'm in is kind of it's a good mix. It's an old person game and it's a young person game. There's a lot of vintage dealers that are older and been doing it for a long time, whether it's selling antiques or clothing or whatever, and they do well, but a lot of the forefront of it, like a lot of other businesses, is the younger crowd. And man, I tell them all the time, I couldn't have been as successful in this or worked as hard if I didn't work 2 jobs when I was 18. You know what I mean? Work for someone else, work in a call center, work door to door, sell cars. Like everything I did, I feel like led me to the business that I do. And what I see in some of the younger guys when they're coming fresh out of high school and getting into this and working for themselves, for one, they don't really have too much of a work ethic. And it's easy, but it's like, man, if this runs dry, what can you do? And it kind of scares me a lot for them, too, because it's like a lot of times, they're not doing it on a super big scale to where they're paying taxes or making a whole lot of money. And now they're 2-3 years out of high school, no job experience. You know what I mean? So, like, if they had to go get a job or do something, like, the resume don't look good. So I think my path was just destined for what it was going to be. And I think everything I did before led up to what I'm doing now. So I wouldn't change it.
So, in essence, basically, you going out working different jobs, doing different things, taught you how to to get to where you're at today.
For sure. Taught me how to sell, taught me how to network, taught me how to work hard, taught me how to listen, even though I really don't have to listen to anyone. But, you know, I feel like it's characteristics that I needed.
So for my youngins that are out there, at the end of the day, something that I preach on a regular basis is sometimes you need to shut up and listen. Sometimes you got to put yourself out there and allow yourself to soak up the knowledge of doing other things, because those other things is what's going to take you to wherever it is that you're actually supposed to be. Because, man, it don't matter if you want to do just one thing. Like, it takes skills. Like, what are some of the things you learned in selling?
Man, just rejection one, finding a need. That's one thing we learned a lot. Even when we were managing a sales team, it's like you could sell anything if you can find the need for it. You know what I mean? You got to make it a need, not a want. And then small stuff, and then just people buy from people. You learn that a lot in sales. And what I do now is very much the same thing. You know what I mean? I'm not selling anything extraordinary. Every here and there, I'll get some stuff that's maybe you won't see again or stuff like that. But for the most part, they can hop online and buy the same thing from someone else. You know what I mean? But people buy from people. So you got to make people want to do business with you.
So what you're saying is people buy from people, and your personality could be the what makes or breaks it.
100%. There's nothing. There's very few people who are gonna start a business and you're gonna have something that solely you can do, or hasn't been done before. You know what I mean? There's a million podcasts, a million car dealerships, a million clothing lines. You know what I mean? You have 4 or 5 successful businesses, but that's because people want to deal with you. You built your network. You built a need. So nothing we're doing is special. It's never that extra or that deep. You know what I mean? We're doing something that's been done already, but we're kind of doing it our own way. So you just got to make people want to deal with you.
Just do it, but do it differently.
Literally.
Where the hell your ass been at, nigga?
In the house, grinding, working, on the road. You know, with the business, a lot. I had, when I had first started, I was going out doing all these events, and I was on the road a lot, which helped me build a pipeline in California. So once I eased up on doing shows and selling direct to consumer and started more on the wholesale, I had a pipeline of buyers who would buy wholesale. So for the last 2 years, I basically am in California every other week for 2 or 3 days at a time, you know, building the relationship, taking care of the family. And I just been inside, ducked off, kind of doing my thing, man.
So now, you're now relationship Keith.
Yes, sir. I always kind of been relationship Keith.
Well,
though.
you always been relationship Keith.
Yeah.
But this is different relationship Keith.
Oh, yeah, way different.
Because now you're not just relationship Keith, you're relationship family Keith.
Yes, sir.
You can officially say, I hate the term, but you could officially say you now baby daddy.
Father. Husband, fiance, anything but baby daddy.
Yeah,
but
see, now you see why I say that term is
terrible.
fucking disrespectful
Yeah.
as fuck. Don't ever call me a fucking baby daddy.
Right.
Especially when you actually take care of your damn kids.
Right.
So now that you are on the forefront of actual life, because you are now responsible for another life, multiple lives at this point.
Yes, sir.
Because you got to take care of your girl.
Yo.
She's got one.
Yo.
Y'all have one together.
Yo.
How has that changed you?
Man, it's still super new with the new one, but it's great, man. It's a different hustle and a different type of feeling. And I think it definitely made me go harder. It made me not make some of the decisions I was doing before, because before, you know, making good money, being single, kind of spending on everything, I wasn't thinking super long term, which now I have to and want to. And then just the difference of even like I've never been the type to be like, oh, I wanted to like have a girl stay at home and like, you know, I provide and work. But now I'm definitely to that point, and I got to that point kind of right before we even got pregnant, and that's changed too. Because now I'm like, man, I just want her to stay home, take care of the kids, you know, and not stress about anything, paying the bills, anything like that. So
Now, see, back in the day when we was doing our initial interviews, and I was like, no, I need a female that stays at the crib. I will pay all the bills. I'm gonna do like y'all. Hell no, y'all crazy. Like she gotta work. It's different.
different, yeah.
See, when you come, how old are you now?
31.
Okay, you're coming into your man. Wait till you get to like 35. See, you imagine that 10 years ago, and you was 21, 22 years old.
Right.
Okay,
Thinking, hell
10
no.
years ago, I was 36.
Right.
It's a huge difference. But and the thing about it is, I had already taken care of kids.
Right.
Had girlfriend that stay at home. Like I've never had a chick that lived under my roof that actually paid bills. Never. I don't even know what that feels like. And Golo, y'all was a lot younger.
Yep.
So the thought process wasn't there for you yet.
Nah.
Now you're coming up on, you still 4-5 years away from where I was at. But it came to you earlier, which is good. The only advice that I will give to you that I know my own black ass didn't take, tried to, is marry her
Oh, for sure.
quickly.
100%.
Cause I say, I here lately been getting baby fever and shit again.
You need to stop having kids. That's my advice to you.
I act like I got a bunch of fucking kids.
I ain't gonna tell the people how many kids you got, but you got a lot.
I really actually don't.
But it's all right though.
So here's the thing. If that's happening, or it were to happen, that kid is not being born without that woman having my last name.
Yeah. No, and that's definitely the point I'm at. And due to circumstances of my own doing, it definitely was the plan to have it the other way first. But she definitely getting the ring. That's for sure. That's it. I'm done. And there ain't no better feeling. And I always thought like that. Even when I was younger, I'm like, man, whenever I have a child, that's the family. Like I'm not breaking up the family. And luckily, I had a child later in life, and I actually have the right person and the person I want to be with. So it goes hand in hand. Because I remember I used to think back in the day when I was younger, I'm like, man, even if me and her ain't getting along, like we still staying together for the baby. You know what I mean? But it's like now I'm blessed, and that's just kind of God's timing to where I have the perfect woman where I don't have to worry about that, and I have a child. You know what I mean? So definitely coming though. We definitely gonna have a little nice wedding.
And I do appreciate the fact that you actually having kids later instead of sooner, because nigga, you was
Man.
There could have been a couple of little.
Nah, never like that. I was never wilding like that.
No, I don't mean
So,
it like that. I'm
yeah.
just saying at the end of the day,
It could have definitely happened sooner though, for sure.
Like
and then
there's some questionable situations in life where it was like chill out. And we all have trials and tribulations.
for sure.
You have relationships where you feel like this is the one and this is what we're gonna do, and then like God shows you that that's not where you're supposed to be at.
Yep. And yeah,
So-
it's all his timing and his plan, and that's one thing I'm learning more as I get older too. It's like certain things happen, and you wonder why, but it just leads you to the next step, and I'm blessed to have a boy now, and we've been friends a long time, and you know my situation, what I've been through. I lost a daughter some years ago, so it's like I'm just blessed to be able to be a father again, and even with my girl's boy, having a chance to like have a hand in his life and raise him a little, it definitely is a great feeling.
So now here we are, 31 years old, 10 years later. You ready for this next 10?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be the best 10, man. I feel like this is the time. You have more knowledge. I have more knowledge, and just a different type of mindset and hustle and grinding. Like the last 10 was decent, so I can only imagine what the next 10 gonna be like.
It can't do nothing but go up. I can tell you that
Yeah,
much. Like, we already know. How many people do I fuck with?
not too many.
I don't fuck with nobody.
Yeah, not too many at all.
I don't fuck with nobody. So when I do, the people that are involved in my life or around me, or know my situations inside and out, is because I truly fuck with you. Like, you're one person that know if hands and buts about it, don't matter where I live at. I don't care if you know where I live at.
Right.
If you ever need anything, you already know you could call me.
Yo.
I'm never in a situation where I need, but I know if I could, I could call.
Right.
I've always been the OG of the situation, the old head. So I've always tried to pass on as much knowledge as I possibly can. But at the same time, I can truly say that when it came to you, for sure, I haven't had to say a whole lot of shit.
Yeah.
Like, you've done everything that you needed to do when you needed to do it. And honestly, I just been there to congratulate you. What did suck is me missing your baby shower.
Man.
Nigga, I was moving.
Yeah. Nah.
Like, people the the same time as your baby shower is the same time that I think we started at 8 a.m. is when they was knocking on my door.
Right.
They left here at like 2:30. And by that time, I think I had my bed together, my son's bed together, and about 3 of these 5 TVs on the wall.
Right.
Plus all the other shit.
Took a nap, woke up, it was midnight.
And then on top of that, like, I never stopped working.
Yeah.
Like, I went to work Sunday morning, Saturday, Sunday morning. I only took that day to, like, make the move.
Yeah, you knocked it all in one day, but that's a little shit. A lot of people showed up to the baby shower. Some people didn't show up to the baby shower, but everybody showed their love and support. A lot of the inner circle, like I said, know what I've been through with losing a child, so it's like, I appreciate you for everything. Anyways, you always there when I need you. You gonna see the baby 100 times. I'm at your son's stuff. You gonna be at my son's stuff. It is what it is. You know what I mean?
Because I'm gonna be there regardless. No,
right.
See, I'm gonna be the uncle that's gonna be like, you better get your shit straight. I'm gonna send you over to Uncle Bailey.
Right. Facts.
But then I'm the same nigga that's like, nigga, let's go. We going to the mall. Going shopping. Let's go.
Right.
when you see the cute chicks around, tell her you my kid. I ain't polo so much no more.
Nah, you ain't been rocking the polo?
Not for real. Like, nigga, I haven't. This last time that I went shopping, honestly, I'm like, I'm on my old man relax gear kick.
I don't wear nothing but a black tee, some good jeans, or some shorts, a black tee, some kicks, and that's it. I'm over it. Especially with dealing with clothes now too. It's so hard for me to buy anything retail, for one. And then I just be chilling, man. I be comfortable.
Man, I be on my hustle fit shit.
Yeah.
Since I created my clothing line, and I know, for instance, so I went to San Diego early this year for my cousin's birthday, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I always wanted the Essentials hoodies.
Yeah.
And after actually, I bought 2 of them. I bought a gray one, I bought a black one. And then I talked to my distributor who's in the Middle East. And come to find out that to buy those hoodies is like $14 each.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Trash.
It's a quality hoodie though. The blanks they use are quality, but by the time you get it and you paying Essentials, you paying $100 for something they made for $22 ship probably.
Thank you. So no, you paying a couple $100.
Yeah.
Like you paying hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, see, I'm out the loop. I don't know retail on a lot of these. I found probably done sold 100 of the Central hoodies, and I got them all for way less than what they go for. So.
And that's I got one. It's still brand new. I ain't even worn it yet.
Yeah.
It don't. You know, I'm a Louis Vuitton whore. You know, I was all team Louis V, Fendi belts.
You overpaying for that too?
I don't buy it. No, I don't care.
Yeah.
I ain't bought a piece of jewelry, and since I had my Hustle Fit piece made. I haven't bought nothing. Like I buy shoes. I still buy shoes. I'm still Nike and NMDs to the fullest. But outside of that, yeah, like I honestly just.
So what you been spending your money on?
I haven't.
Yeah, just stacking.
Literally for the first time in my entire life, I could really say like I haven't. Like I spend my money on my kids. That's it.
Yeah.
And they don't even ask for a whole lot no more. I mean, my oldest is now 18. My she about to turn 17. Justice about to turn 11. Like, there ain't shit really. Justice getting big as shit. This nigga wearing grown man's
probably
clothes.
grown out of clothes a lot.
Yeah, like that's honestly because he's the youngest. He's the one that probably costs the most. And, you know, back in the day, you know, every time I went and bought a pair of shoes, I bought him a pair of shoes. Yeah, I can't do that no more. Because here lately, he just growing. You're going to find out he growing like a weed.
Man.
Like, he went from, like, chill to, like, 3 shoe sizes in, like, months.
And he's still growing. It's probably going to be 3-4 years till he...
Yeah, so at this point, it's like, you know, that extra splurging that I was doing... And 4, 5, 6 pairs of shoes, like nah, he's like down to three max.
Yeah,
and I'm now I understand where my parents came from. Buy shoes like a half size bigger because they stay in a little bit longer.
Right.
But when they first put on the shoes, it sound like they walk around with fucking boots on.
He'll be all right.
So it's cool. Like I think. I posted on my Facebook the other night, like I took my son, he's finally into football. I remember when he was a baby, getting him to sit down and watch football with me was easy. Then he, you know, once he got to like 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, he could care less. He don't care
right.
two
He
shits.
wanted to watch what he wanted to watch.
Now, this football season, and you know, usually on Sundays we at the dealership. So he sees me, he sees my brother, he sees everybody that comes on the lot and how crazy everybody goes for football. I don't know how, where, when, or why this boy became a Niners fan, but he's a Niners fan. So this
Giants fan, right?
Giants fan. So this last Sunday,
Niners and Cardinals.
Yeah, before Sunday, he hit me up on Tuesday. Hey, Dad. Like, what's up? Can we go to the Niners game? I'm like, what? Yeah, they're going to be here playing the Cardinals. Can we go to the Niners game? You already know I'm not going to say no.
Right.
But I'm like, yeah, we'll see about it. I never tell him. You can't tell that nigga nothing. Because the moment you do, this is Mr. Accountability. Dad, you said you was taking me here. Look what time it is. We were doing this. Look, fucking...
On you.
Miniature version of me.
Yeah.
So I didn't say shit. Just surprised. Jump in the car. We leaving. We get close to the stadium. He obviously knows where we're going now.
Right.
I show him the tickets in my phone. We're going to the game. Right. Then I get to the game and the look on his face. I took a picture of it and posted it. The look on his face where you just see like this is the best thing in life. And the crazy part is this is not the first time his ass been to the damn Cardinal Stadium. This is the first time he actually wanted to be at the Cardinal Stadium.
It means a little something different. You know, he got his team, you know, he get to see him.
So being a father, like fuck all these businesses. Fuck money. Fuck this house. Fuck this pot. Being a father is the most rewarding thing in the world.
For sure.
And I would never change that. And the crazy part about it is, like, I'm a father multiple times over, father times 3.
Right.
But like every time you do it with a different kid, it's like brand new for you because it's something you just you can't explain it.
Yeah, they all their own little person, you know, little different personality changes, is different experience every time.
And you go through this process of when watching him was like me seeing, you know, a Raiders game for the first time, because that's my family. We went in LA. That's when the Raiders were still Los Angeles Raiders.
Yeah.
So we went to a Raiders game, right? So I say that to say, as a new father going through this experience, through this walk, take every moment that you can to just view life through your kids' eyes. And then the best advice that I could give as a father to a new father is, in order to be the best father that you could possibly be, once your kid turns like 5, 6, 7, 8, that's about how far back your memories will go.
Right.
Never forget the dumb shit that you did when you were their age.
Right.
Because that will allow you to really understand where they're at. Because I think a lot of times we forget
all
like,
the dumb shit we did.
We did that same stupid shit.
Facts. And it's only worse now. They got the internet and way more shit that we really didn't have. So I'm sure the experiences are way worse.
Yeah. See, the difference is, like, my son just got his phone this last year. Okay. I don't, even as a baby, I didn't give him no phone. I don't let him touch no phone. I didn't want him playing on the phone, no video gaming on the phone, no watching nothing on the phone. You can have a tablet. You get an hour, maybe 2 hours tablet time. I call it technology time, even now to this day. Outside of that, like, just be a kid. Go outside, go play sports. You know, he been playing soccer. Before soccer, he was in basketball. Now he wants to play football too, which for me is kind of like proud father moment, because that was my sport. I tried to do boxing with him. He don't want to do that shit.
Yeah.
Little bitch.
He gonna find out what he want to do.
Exactly. But still, I'm still saying too. I tell him too, like, you little bitch. You just don't want to get hit.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. He a pretty boy, man.
So enjoy life.
For sure.
Continue living. Take care of your girl. I met her once when I came to come put the TV on the wall. I need to bring Maz back over, say what's up.
You know,
what you doing for Thanksgiving?
Running around, man. We got a couple, my family, her family, and the baby's still super young. And, you know, it's like flu season and stuff, so we ain't gonna be moving too much. But we're gonna stop by and pop up for the family a little bit.
If you want to, you can come on by, because I'm definitely. It's my first year in this motherfucking house.
Yeah.
So when we get done, I actually show you the damn house.
Yeah.
Because I just had you come in initially with your late ass.
I wasn't late. I was on time.
Yeah.
But on time is late.
So, I'll have this weekend pick up my dining room table and put it in there. It's gonna be like an 8-person table, because that room is fucking big as shit.
Yeah.
And I got my new turkey fryer in the garage right now. I got to bring that motherfucker in, put it together.
You gonna make a little dry ass turkey?
No. So I inject my turkeys a day before Thanksgiving and let them marinate that way. I inject them every 12 hours. One's gonna be fried and the other one is gonna be roasted.
The roasting one gonna be dry as shit.
Never.
It will.
I inject them.
That's okay.
When you cut into the turkey, it's pissing on you.
It's not. It's gonna be dry.
You want to make a bet?
The deep fried one probably gonna be decent though.
You want to make a bet?
No, I don't.
I make the best damn turkeys. Ain't nobody ever been like,
look, I'll put Marco's turkey up against your turkey.
I'm gonna fuck Marco's turkey up.
Marco be getting down.
Marco do be
He
getting
be
down.
getting
I be
down.
seeing all the shit Marco
Yeah.
doing, but Marco is not touching me.
He fucking your turkey up.
He's not.
He
Marco
is.
probably doing the same shit I'm doing.
He probably deep frying one for sure, and he probably doing one regular. That's y'all need to have a turkey off.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit up Marco tomorrow. Cause shit, we close now.
Yeah, facts.
Marco up the street,
He
literally.
not far at all.
That motherfucker right up the street.
Yeah, he not far at all.
Well, your ass been incognito. You got any questions for me, motherfucker?
No, man, just proud of the grind and the progression. Is dope to see the channel still going 7 years later. I
It's
do
a lot different than what we started with.
It is, and a lot of different ideas that we thought we wanted to do and didn't do. We was gonna be in Old Town Scottsdale interviewing people for a little bit. That was a plan.
I still got all that fucking equipment
Yeah.
and more.
Yep.
Since we started, oh my god! If I probably sat down and tallied up how much money I've spent on equipment,
Oh, it's a lot.
I'm over a $250,000 easy.
It's a lot.
Easy. Because we started off with Canons.
Right.
Now I'm up to these expensive ass Sonys.
Mm-hmm. Then different podcast setups, different travel stuff.
Different lights,
Mm-hmm.
different screens, fucking different computers, laptops.
Nope.
Damn, I just thought about how many damn computers, because we started off on a desktop.
Yeah.
And I was having them bitches built.
Yeah. Nah, you know what you need to do, though? What I would like to see from the channel is, I think it would be great. I think you do good at it, some philanthropy content. I love watching those videos, and I'm like, I want to have another podcast I want to do, but if I ever did like a TikTok channel or something, I think those videos of people with like the meta glasses just like going out and like doing some philanthropy shit would be dope. I think you should do some of that, dabble in it.
See, you know, it's holiday season. This is usually where I go out and do the turkeys and hand out turkeys and do stuff like that. I don't like to record. You know, I don't like to record that shit. I don't do that for social media.
Yeah.
You know, Justice probably sees it the most when I'm driving, and you know, you always got the people in the median on the median.
Yep.
And the amount of money that I've given away in the time frame that I've lived
For
here
sure.
in Phoenix.
I do the same, and I thought about it the same way, but this is kind of how I look at it now. Obviously, you could tell when you're recording it, like, all right, maybe I shouldn't post this one or that, but I feel like you posting it and taking yourself out of it and not wanting to do it someone will see it and inspire them to do the same thing, whether they do it on camera or not.
So
You
I've
get what
been
I'm
thinking
saying?
about buying them Ray-Ban glasses.
Yeah.
One, just there's so much content being missed at the car dealership.
Literally.
There's so much content. The conversations that are held, the people that come there, the shit. There's just
You need a pair. I thought you would have had a pair because you normally hit to the new streaming technology, and just for the day to day, it don't get easier than that. You definitely need a pair.
So exactly, but I've stayed away from doing that because it's just like at one point in time I'm hitting 300, 500,000 views of on all streaming platforms, right?
Right.
I take a break. I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
Like everybody wants to be that guy. Everybody wants. It's the same reason I stopped doing music. When you get to a certain point, and like you become, I don't want to be the popular person. I don't want the spotlight. Even then, when we did the podcast, I wanted you and Golo. This was for y'all.
Yeah.
This is like.
But I think that's why the metas would be good for you because it's point of view. Completely different channel, completely different stuff. No one's really gonna know other than the people who, transfer over from this. But it's literally all POV content.
Yeah, but it's gonna be real hard because I literally have one of the most noticeable, like my voice alone. People gonna know exactly what the fuck it is.
No, people who follow this channel will know. But I think you'll branch into a whole nother sector of viewership that have no idea. You know what I mean?
Well,
and you never have to show your face.
I thought about that too because you know the other aspect of that is my ass thing got big as fuck. I'm back in the gym. I am back in the gym, but I haven't been back in the gym like how I was like 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Right? Where the camera was with me the entire time, everything was being recorded. See, the glasses allow it to be done a lot differently. And you know what I realized about what I was doing last time, which also made me stick with it so much?
What up?
The accountability factor.
Yep.
New videos had to go up every day.
Yep.
New workouts had to go up every day, 6 days a week.
Yep.
So even if I didn't feel like going, it was like I had to post that video.
Yep. And set up everything. Record. The glasses is going to be easier, especially if you get to that point where you want to start posting daily content again.
Exactly. So I think, I already know that I'm buying the glasses. The question is, in what aspect I really
You would use them.
Using them.
Yeah, and I think that'll change just depending on what you feel like doing.
And I think, back in the day, I used to love going to the gym by myself. It's getting to the point to where it's like, what I miss is like having 2 or 3 guys that were just as much serious about it as I am. And we could literally go and just like push the fuck out of each other.
Yeah, no, that's the best.
And that's hard to fucking find. Like, that's been hard as hell to find.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. It's coming. It's coming. It's definitely coming. And there's a lot of philanthropy going on here in Phoenix.
Yeah.
Like, I love, as much as everybody hates Phoenix and everybody say they want to leave, I absolutely love this city. I love, one of the first things that I noticed when I moved here is in every part of this city, you have hella parks, and those parks are all full of families.
Yep.
There's hella shit for kids to do out here, which keeps them busy, which will keep them out of trouble. And then just the weather.
The weather's great, minus those 2-3 months.
And even those 2-3 months, I was in heaven.
Nah.
Now that I'm outside, like every day, I'm outside every day. That shit, you don't feel it.
Shit.
Now I understand. Like, them motherfuckers be doing construction and working on the streets and shit. I see how they can do it. It ain't shit.
Yeah.
So, where can they find your ass at?
Shit, Instagram at the business page is Carmine Collection. The personal page is Carmine Keith. If you want to shop, I am posting some stuff online on Depop at Carmine Collection with 2 N's. That's pretty much it.
We need to get Golo on here. We need to do a
reunion. We got to do a reunion show for sure.
Maybe we do that right after Thanksgiving. We'll do it in December.
Look, man, we need to do a philanthropy video and then shoot a pod after.
You know what sucks?
Let's go see Golo's schedule.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know what sucks? The suck part about this is I'm probably about as busy as I've ever been in my entire fucking life. That's 1. 2, nigga, breaking this shit down even just to take one fucking camera to go do this shit. I'm about to start doing Taco Tuesdays. So I'm finna put a whole new setup in my kitchen.
Yeah.
But it's just gonna be one camera. It's gonna be a small setup, but I need to do a whole setup, and I'm just gonna have a different chick come over every Tuesday, and we just gonna cook tacos and have conversation.
That'll be fire.
Right. Just to do that, I'm not even taking one of these cameras. I'm finna buy another fucking camera.
That way you don't gotta break it down.
Exactly.
Man, get the meta glasses. Then everything outside of
here.
Then I need
2 sets of meta glasses, and the only reason, you know why I haven't bought the glasses? That's why. It only records for like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
You have to redo it. So it's always going to be a 15-minute segment, a 15-minute segment, a 15-minute segment. You know, that goes back to when we initially started off with Canons and how I had to redo that shit every fucking 30 minutes.
It's a lot more simpler. Shit. A lot of the homies that have them, because there's a lot of people who do the content in the business that I'm in with sourcing, finding the stuff. It's 15 minutes, it'll stop, and then it's literally the press of the glasses again to start for another 15 minutes. The glass is going to stay charged for 8, 9, 10 hours. So it's as simple. You don't got to, go click, make sure it's literally just pressing it again.
At the end of the day, I think at the end of the day, I'm just going to have to buy the glasses and do the same thing I did like everything else. Just fucking figure it out.
Literally.
Thank you for showing up, my nigga.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you anytime, my boy. We going the anniversary episode coming soon. We got to get that done maybe before the year end.
Ain't no before, motherfucker. I'm finna tell you, this shit's finna happen in December.
Yeah, let me know.
And I got a quiet as kept. I got a chick that's probably gonna be co-hosting.
Okay.
So she just left town today. She'll be back starting December. I should have a co-host, which would make that even 10 times way better. That'd probably make it way, especially we know how Golo ass is. She
Right.
cute too, so.
Yeah, he gonna be extra'd out as always.
As usual, definitely want to say thank y'all for tuning in for another episode of The Conversation right here on No Cap Reacts. I'm your man Bailey.
The boy Carmine Key.